Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Andrew Wood. I am from XMPie. I've got around 35 minutes or so to talk to you about our Web2print portal offering called StoreFlow. I work across EMEA, but I am based in the UK. I'm going to start with a couple of slides just to explain who XMPie are and what we do. And then I'm going to spend the rest of the session giving you a live and dangerous demo of some of our Web2print portals and products that we have in those portals. So XMPie were formed in 2000 by some people who at that point worked in a company called Cytex, who some of you may remember. We have upwards of around 7,000 customers now in over 100 countries. We are a Xerox company, so we are owned by Xerox, but we've kept our branding because it's quite strong in the marketplace. We have employees located in 10 different countries, speaking lots of different languages. Most of our customers tend to be graphic communicators, but are probably, 12, 15% of them are enterprise customers as well. If you're interested in some of our customers, there are case studies on our website, XMPie.com. I invite you to take a look when you can. What do we do at XMPie? Well, we have three main offerings. The first is variable data print, and this is providing composition of documents that can be sent to a printer that is substantially different every time for every record. We also offer a Web2print portals, which are built on top of the same technology we use for variable data printing. And finally, we offer a cross-media communication platform that can use the same tools that you use for Web2print and variable data to communicate in a cross-media multi-channel way. All our software is underpinned by the Adobe suite of products, and it's very central to what we do. And I'll show you a little bit more of that as we go forward. So without any further ado, let me give you a bit of a demo of some of these things so you can have a see of how they work. So we have on the internet, we have a portal here, which is essentially some demo stores and some of the demo products as well. There's quite a lot of stuff on here, and it is open. So if you do wish to have a look and have a play, go ahead. It's xmpie.com/kiosk. I'm going to talk you through some of these Web2print stores that are at the top here. And just to give you a feel for some of the products, I'm going to use different ones so you can see kind of different branding and things like that. Let's start by looking at a couple of these stores so you can see what's happening. So we have on here that's kind of designed to show lots of different types of printed documents. And this is, as you can see, we have a navigation ribbon across the top with product groups. We also have a customized section here in the central panel that shows marketing messages. Further down, we have parts of the store which essentially come for you to customize. We can point to different products, different product groups, different offers. And then down at the bottom, we have a footer area as well, which you can put corporate information and links, etc. Now, our system is built on a modern platform called React.js, and it means that it's mobile friendly and responsive across all devices. I need to move this out of the way. There we go. We also support different languages within a store. So for instance, if I change to French here, you'll see all the store translation changes to French. And also, if I choose a different store here to show you a different look and feel, let's choose the Presso Cup store. This is branded as a franchise-facing store, business-to-business type store. But you can see here the branding looks different, but the core of what's here is the same. So we have a ribbon for navigation, product groups, and then different branding. We can also offer different currencies as well within the same store. The idea being that you can provide different languages and different currencies to your clients. Now, our platform is very flexible, and we allow you to create lots of different stores on one system. So we don't kind of charge you by store, but we do, we allow you to create a store for different customers, branded in different ways, with different products, different languages, different currencies and prices, etc., all on the same platform. So it's a great way to build business-to-business facing portals, as well as business-to-customer type applications too. I want to step through a few of these different products to give you a feel for the kind of things that you can offer through the portal. And let's start with the simplest idea, and this is the idea of a static product. So this is a product that doesn't change whenever it's ordered. So this may be something like merchandise or products. It can be any kind of product, really. It's really simple to configure. If I just click through, I get a window to order it with a preview. And then if there are any different properties for this, like in different colors or things like that, they can be listed here in the product setup. I can just change my quantity and get a price updated and add it directly to my cart. The same thing goes for printed items. So here we have, for instance, stationery, and this is a letterhead, an envelope. These are, of course, printed. They may be printed in real time as they're ordered, or they may be pulled off the shelf. The point being that we can handle the artwork in the background. So whenever this is ordered, we can submit this artwork into a workflow and then onto a printer in the background, without you having to interact with it, essentially. So it goes all the way from the customer ordering it from their shopping cart all the way through to production without anybody needing to touch it. Let me show you something slightly different. So this is a what we call a dynamic product. And a dynamic product is a piece of print usually, but it could be a t-shirt or a cap or something like that, but where the print changes. We have here a coffee card, and this is set up to show how easy it is to kind of customize the document. This step we're looking at here are the product details. We can contain some descriptions and some price breaks as well. But on the next screen here, this is customization for this product. This is a really simple one. It just pulls in a name and address. So if I just go into here and change this to be something I know, something local to me. This gives me a new address. And if I refresh the preview of this document, it will take this address information and give me a card that is appropriate to this address. The front is the same, but the back has a map, it has an address, and it has an encoded address in the QR code as well. So this is information taken from the store driving document composition. We get a preview here, which is actually on my other screen. I'll get it up for you. And this, we get a much larger preview, so you can see, check what's happening with the document. Now, this preview is generated by the same production engine that creates the print, so you can be sure that what you're seeing on screen is accurate to what is going to print later on. That's kind of central to what we do. So whenever we show you a preview of a product within a store, we're showing you a live preview of the product as it will be printed. Let's look at something in a different store. So in here, there is a kind of financial corporate branded store. And then we have an example. Well, maybe this is worth pointing out, actually. So this store is set up to be B2B, business to business. You'll see that I have to log into this store. I can't access any of the products. The other stores I've shown you are free to browse until you want to order something. So you can browse the other stores until you're ready to check out. But for B2B, you need to be able to sign in first. You don't want to offer these products to everyone. So I'll sign into this store here. Let's look at business card. Now, I know a business card is a common example that people like to show for Web2print, but I think the main reason that it's important is because there's a lot of work goes into customizing a business card in terms of setting the type and obviously multiplying these up onto a sheet. So there's quite a lot of work involved. And what I'm showing you here is a way of being able to do that through a portal so that the customer can order and you'll get multi-up sheets at the end. As you can see here, I have a web form, very similar to what I've just shown you with the coffee card, but there's much more information here. You'll notice that some of it is pre-populated, and this can be done from the customer's account. And so when I logged in, you can pull my information from the account and populate these fields if you choose to. If I hit refresh, you'll see it will take this information and give me a view of the card with the personalization applied. Okay. There is some branch information here on a separate tab, so you can separate your information if you have lots of it. Let's choose Buffalo. And also there's a photo here as well. Now we have the ability to upload a photo, and the photo will go into a placeholder on the business card. So if I choose a photo either from a library, so I can provide a library of images that the user can choose from, or I can choose to upload one. And hopefully I've got a really nice picture of me here somewhere. There we go. Now, this image may not be the right size, so it might not be the right proportions for where it needs to be placed. And we have a tool here that will allow you to crop this down into the right size so that it fits into the box. So let's just take my head. It can be predefined. It can be very flexible as well, but this is set up to crop in the right proportions so that when I apply it to the business card, it gives me the correct size. Of course, we can fit images to the box, or you can fill images to the box. Quite flexible in terms of what we can do with image fitting and text fitting as well. But in this case, we're cropping it to the right proportions and then fitting it dynamically to the box. Okay. If I go next, it takes me through to my final part of the item ordering. I can select quantity. You'll notice that this is actually set up in boxes of 250 cards. We do have a maximum order set for this as well. So let's have 3, gives me a new price based on that. I have the ability to get a proof here. And also, in order to add it to my cart, I need to confirm that I'm happy with the proof. So let me open the proof for you. Okay, you'll see what we were looking at previously. This can be either a JPEG or a PDF if you like. In order to add it to my cart, I need to check that I'm happy with it, and then I can add it directly to my cart. You see here my shopping cart, and from here I can just go through checkout at a delivery address and pay either via credit card or via invoice if it's a business-to-business type store. I'm going to show you some more products in these stores in a second, but I want to just take a quick step back, if I may. I wanted to talk about how these templates are created just really quickly. Obviously, I've not got much time today, so I can't go into too much detail. But this template here has been created in InDesign, and I'm going to quickly show you that. So this is InDesign here, as you'll recognize. We have our own plugin for InDesign called UCreate. UCreate does is it allows me to take placeholders for data and add them directly to the document. Those placeholders might just be text, so in the case of first name perhaps, and last name, and also where's it gone? Title. But they may be images as well, as you can see here with the guy in the box. Now, the reason we use InDesign is because it's really powerful. It's got great typography functions. It uses lots of different image formats. Its page layout, capabilities are kind of second to none. And more importantly, everyone knows how to use it. So it's very, very popular. We keep these documents as InDesign documents all the way through the process. So if you want to create a template, use it within the store, and then later on go back and edit it, what you're editing is actually an InDesign document. And it stays in InDesign the whole time. I have some sample data here, so I can kind of see what will happen to this design as I flick through sample data, and you can see that it gives me an on-screen live preview of what's happening as my sample data is changing. This helps me to design the template before I've got any data. From here, I can go ahead and save this directly to my server and then apply it to, or essentially configure it within the Web2print portal. So it's quite straightforward to do this, and because we're using InDesign, it's really powerful in terms of what you can do. I hope that makes sense. One other thing to mention, this plugin that we use for InDesign, we actually use for variable data print as well. So as a separate product, you can buy this plugin for InDesign, and it will allow you to create print files directly from InDesign on the desktop that you can send to your printer. So it's a good entry level for variable data print as well. It's exactly the same tool, and it's an example of how we use the same tools across all our product suite. Okay, let's go back to the portal and have a little look at some of the products, if we may. Where's my list? So in the kiosk here, there's a label and packaging store. This is a relatively new store, a couple of years or so, and we've got in here some nice new types of products. So one of the things we've done recently is to add a kitting option. You'll see here under other, there is a kit product, a birthday kit. Obviously it's an example, but this is an example of items that you can order together as part of a kit. So you'll see we have a crown. Well, we only need one crown because we've only got one birthday person. We might need 10 birthday boxes. Let's have 2 posters and just one roll of 36 stickers here at the bottom. This is set up very simple as an example, but you can have options as well here. So you could maybe have the stock type, whether you want gloss or matte. You could have the box type, that kind of thing. So they can all be set up in a very flexible way. You can see the prices updated at the bottom. And if I hit continue, it will take me through into the personalization or customization step. Let's think of having this for somebody called Samantha. You'll see on the right-hand side, before when I showed you a business card, we have a preview. Here we have a button to open a palette, and that's because each of these items has got their own preview. So you'll see for the crown, we have Samantha. For the boxes, again, we've got a preview, live generated using the artwork with the name on. For the stickers, it's the same. So through one simple customization step, we've created 4 different items, different designs, different quantities. Okay, and from there I can just go through and add this to my cart in the same way that I did previously. It shows me all the items, and as a customer of the store, I'm thinking of this as one kit of items. In the back office, of course, when these are ordered, you'll see these as separate production items, and they'll come through as separate print files. They can be routed to different output devices. So maybe the heavyweight, the box needs to go to one device, and the printed labels need to go to another. Handle all that with our workflow part of the solution called FreeFlow Core, which is actually a Xerox product and sits behind the storefront and allows you to channel products through different workflows to different output devices. This is actually really key because Web2print, obviously, you enable people to order things themselves rather than ringing you up and placing an order over the phone. And the idea is that you get your artwork all the way to the printer so that it can be printed without having to manage any of that with people. So that's kind of the goal of this, is to make sure that everything gets automated all the way through to the printer. Also in this store where did they go? Yeah, we also have the ability to show the personalization in a 3D way. So this is very similar to what you saw previously on the business card. So you can see I have some image selectors and some data to input. What I'm seeing on screen is no longer a flat preview. It's a 3D object. Okay, and this is a juice can. I'm going to show you a couple of other ones as well. Just to show you how this works. If I change the image, let's choose it. Choose the fruit. Maybe change the text. Hit refresh. What's going on in the background here is it's taking all these parameters. It's using InDesign to create me some artwork, and then it's using that artwork and wrapping it around the 3D model that we've added to this product. So you can see here we've got different customization, different image. So this is customization step driving different elements in the design. This is actually quite powerful in terms of what it can do. So there are some other products on here. One of them I wanted to show you was this robot. And now this is a multi-part object. So it's designed with different parts as a head, a body, 2 arms, and feet. They're all kind of laid out on the same sheet, but they're designed to be cut out and finished. And you'll see if I change here some of these options, it drives let's have a red one, and we'll change the front. It drives the customization and gives me a new object, but across multiple parts. This is kind of quite powerful for things like display stands and retail applications as well. Okay, you'll see if I zoom in, I can move this model around. I've got the name here, I've got the color, and I've got the different design for the front. As well as being able to change the actual content of the print, we can change the way the model looks as well. And there's an example here linked from the front page, which is a flexible packaging. This is actually a granola pouch. If I open this one up and show you, this is designed in a slightly different way. So the idea here is that rather than customizing this to change items within the design, we actually upload a whole new piece of artwork that can be used to wrap around the product. Now, to that end, we have here the ability to download a template for this particular product. So if I click on here and just open it in Firefox for you, you'll see this is a PDF template, but it could be, it could be anything. It could be a CAD template if that's the kind of thing you need to provide to your customers. But it gives me the exact size of the document. And then I can create a PDF that's going to essentially be the artwork for this. I've got one here that I'm going to upload for you. You can kind of see how that's done. So I'm going to take this, where are we? I'm going to take that PDF that I've got here, which is a chocolate version of the granola pouch. I'm going to upload it. So it will take this artwork, it will wrap it around the model via InDesign, and you'll see in the 3D preview the new version of the artwork. It just takes a second. So it seems to be a bit slow when I'm presenting. So if I come down here now and hit refresh, you'll see that it will change the artwork and give me a new packaging design. Okay. The reason I've come to this product is because I want to show you that we can affect the look and feel of the pack as well. So we've got different materials here. So for instance, we have a glossy version of this film. We have the ability to add holes to the model, and also things like alpha maps and things like that, bump maps as well. But if I just change some of these to go to glossy to show you how this works, you'll see it will use the same artwork, but it will give me a very different look and feel based on the material that this product's on. It's a great way to show kind of gloss effects as well. So this is a very different look and feel based on a glossy metallic film. It's also added a hole at the top, and you can also see the I forget the name of those, and the marks around the edge where it's been bonded together. Okay. You can do this with text as well. So if you wanted like an embossed serial number or something like that, you can show that through the model too. Now, of course, in the back office, as a printer, what you need here is a print file, so that you're not really interested too much in the model, but you're very interested in the artwork. The model is just a way of presenting to the customer of the store what they're going to buy and seeing it in a nice 3D way. Now, not necessarily just for 3D products, really, because it also applies itself to flat printed objects. So we have a couple of examples here, and I'm going to show you this business card. This has been designed for iridescence, so you can see it has metallic ink on it, but rather than showing a flat preview of the business card, you've actually got a 3D preview that you can flip around and look at both sides. And you can see the sheen of the ink as well because of the light source that's associated with the model. Let's change this to silver so you can see how that works. And the models themselves, we accept standard interchange format for the models, and you can create them using any software you like, essentially. So this a flat card like this is very simple to do, but the 3D can or something would take just a little bit of skill. But we do accept standard models for these things. Okay. Usually at this point, I'd stop and ask for questions, but I wouldn't. Well, I believe we're not doing questions today. So that's almost everything I wanted to say. So I'm kind of done for now, and I'd like to thank you all for your attention. Obviously, if there are any questions, you can send them over on the email and I'll answer them for you.